So welcome everyone to the Jammu Kashmir Buyers and Sellers Meet. It is jointly organized by Indo-Canada Chamber of Commerce and Jammu and Kashmir Trade Promotion Organization. And I also want to thank Consulate General of India. They have always supported us in any initiative which we want to take for these bilateral trade between Canada and India. And I really want to thank Apurva ji, really appreciate your help, and also the Jammu Kashmir Trade Promotion Council for jointly doing this event with us. This is definitely, as Bhavik mentioned, is the second program which we are doing with Jammu and Kashmir to revive the basically economy of Jammu and Kashmir. And we as a Indo-Canadian also want to help in that initiative. Today we have with the importers from Ontario. The Ontario importer includes all small business owners who are dealing with handloom production and investors who are interested in diversifying their portfolio by exploring a business opportunity. I want to also take this opportunity to briefly introduce our chamber to both the Kashmiri participant and Indian who have just participated and they want to know more about our organization. The Indo-Canada Chamber of Commerce is a 44-year-old bilateral trade promotion organization based in Toronto that fosters trade between for commerce and trade between Canada and India. It is, I will say, one of the largest organization in North America in terms of membership. We always support our new small business owners and new professionals who are coming from Canada and they want to do business from back home or into this corridor business. Our chamber is also have a motto which is grow, engage, and prosper. We mean business and we make it happen. We work closely with the Canadian and Indian government to promote trade in recognition to our contribution to the promoting the Canada-India bilateral relationship. Our chamber has honored with the Pravasi Bharatiya Samman Award in 2012. It is one of the highest civilian award given to an organization who is overseas. Annually, we organize over 60 networking events for our members and the largest Indo-Canadian community. We also organize our event, which is virtually now because of COVID. And when we do these events, generally our membership reaches to even 20,000 viewership also. Minimum, we will reach at 2,000 members in every virtual event. As an organization, our main event is our annual gala event, which is basically become a IFA or a Oscar award into the Indian community in Canada. And that is where we say that we as an organization, we are very engaged with the Indo-Canadian community in Canada. I also want now to thank you for everyone who are participating today. Thank you, Bhavik. Go back to you.
Thank you, Tausif, for your brief but pertinent introductory remarks. Indeed, we as a chamber are committed to promoting trade and investment opportunities with Jammu and Kashmir. I now invite Apurva Srivastava, the Consul General of India to Toronto. Apurva ji is a career diplomat, having joined the Indian Foreign Service in 2001. Prior to being appointed as India's Consul General in Toronto, she worked with the Ministry of External Affairs from January 2017 to August 2019. In her two-decade diplomatic career, she has served twice in the Indian Embassy in Paris and in the Indian Embassy in Kathmandu from June 2009 to August 2012. In the headquarters, she served as Under Secretary SARC and a Director Administration. Please join me in welcoming Consul General Apurva Srivastava ji.
Thank you, Bhavik. Namaskar. I'm really delighted to welcome you all for this special webinar of promotion of food products of Jammu and Kashmir. I would like to thank Jammu and Kashmir Trade Promotion Organization, Indo-Canada Chamber of Commerce for partnering with us for organizing this special buyer-sellers meet. I'd like to thank Shri Ranjan Pratap Thakur, Principal Secretary, the Government of Jammu and Kashmir for joining us today. thank you for taking out time. Today's session, as we have heard, that it's second in the series of virtual meeting, 1.6 million. Apart from that, there are around 700,000 Indians living and working in Canada. We have 230,000 Indian students across various universities in Canada, making them the largest chunk of international students. This growing Indian population has led to, a lot of food import and, of course, a lot of restaurants, Indian restaurants, including various dedicated to regional specialty cuisines. Therefore, the Canadian palate is also growing fond of Indian cuisine. This makes Canada a prominent destination for Indian food products. And the numbers speak for themselves. The import of food and beverages products from India to Canada registered an increase of around approximately 19% in last 3-4 years. The second reason that there's a great scope is that there's a recent pandemic has shown people the importance of healthy living and preventive care. People are increasingly becoming more health conscious and adopting a healthy lifestyle. The demand for healthier organic products have already grown up. And if we look at the numbers, the Canada ranks at 3rd position in terms of both quantity and the value of organic products exported from India. So this is just the right time for the exporters of Jammu and Kashmir to showcase their products and take on the opportunities. The third reason which there's the scope about is the quality of the products of Jammu and Kashmir. It's definitely an added attraction. Kashmir saffron is considered to be the world's best saffron because of its scientifically proven superior qualities, unique aroma and flavor, and numerous medicinal properties. Of course, it received a GI tag last year. The second, of course, the other items like other organic products. Then there is Basmati rice, which is being focused today. It's quite distinct and of superior quality. Not many people know about the Basmati rice from Jammu and Kashmir. So again, today's event would be a great opportunity to showcase this and other products from Jammu and Kashmir. Apart from other things, we have been consistently participating in various food and beverages shows in Canada, CIAL being one of them. And we'll request the exporters who are present today to participate in these events regularly, and definitely closer to date we'll be guiding them on how to participate in this. With these words, we are just facilitators. The real heroes are the buyers and sellers today. So I don't want to waste their time. And with these words, let me conclude and convey my best wishes for the success of the buyer-sellers meet. Thank you.
Thank you, Apurvaji, for your insightful comments. You are a pillar of strength and support to our chamber. I now invite Ankita Kar, Managing Director of Jammu and Kashmir Trade Promotion Organization, to share her presentation on agro and food sector in Jammu and Kashmir. Ankita Kar is a member of the prestigious Indian Railway Account Services. In addition to being the Managing Director of JKTPO, she holds the additional charge of Managing Director, J&K IT Infrastructure Company and Jammu or Srinagar Mass Rapid Transit Corporation. Ms. Kaur has performed an important role in the prestigious Udhampur-Srinagar-Baramulla Rail Link project, which will connect Kashmir Valley to rest of India, having vast socio-economic impact on economy of J&K. Please join me in welcoming Ms. Ankita Kar.
A very good morning to everyone joining from Canada, and a very good evening to everyone in India. Respected Principal Secretary, Industries and Commerce, Government of J&K, Shri Ranjan Prakash Thakurji. He has taken out his valuable time, and in fact, sir was traveling today, and yet he made time for us to join in today's buyer-seller meet. I must tell everyone who's present today that he has been a motivating force for Jammu Kashmir Trade Promotion Organization. He has in fact supported us through and through to outreach ourselves and go ahead and try and push export promotion. And today's event is one of those results of what we have been doing so far. I genuinely thank, in fact, it's a bit of a presentation, a thank you and also welcome. I really thank Apurva Srivastava, ma'am, Consulate General of India, Canada. Ma'am, it's been truly, truly nice that we have been able to coordinate from such a distance. And today we are here and we are managing to have this buyer seller meeting. In today's virtual world, I think we have actually cracked it. I thank the Indo-Canada Chamber of Commerce. I believe you have really gone and outreach yourself to try and create this buyer seller meeting. I sincerely welcome all the importers of Canada and the exporters of JNK. With this little welcome come thank you note, I would like to start my presentation. If I could ask my team to start streaming it, please. The idea in my presentation is basically to showcase what is it in JNK that is there for the importers of Canada, and why are our agro products better in all senses. Of course, you must try it to understand what exactly it is all about. I can show you the facts and the figures, and like Apurva ma'am mentioned, that we have certain properties which set us apart. So we would like to show that as well. So looking at JNK at a glance, just for the uninitiated, I would like to explain a bit of JNK. We have 20 districts, 2 divisions. We are first in production of saffron. We are first in production of apple, walnut, almond in India. We are first in production of trout fish in India. We are second in production, almost turning third sometimes due to the COVID reason, but I'm sure we'll jump up again in the wool production. Next. So there is a lot of opportunity for investors in agriculture. Without going too much into the facts and the figures of it, the opportunities are being created by the government of JNK through the Department of Industries and Commerce. Principal Secretary present today, he has been taken special interest in trying and creating a value chain, which in turn will be helping the exporters, I'm sure. Processing units, cold chain, integrated packaging houses, fish and poultry farms, egg and meat processing plants, implementation of agri-tech solutions. We are trying to look at from all the 360 degrees possible. Next. There is a very interesting, though this is not directly connected to the exporters, but since it is something that we have done during the recent times, again through the Department of Industries and Commerce, we have given a new incentive package for JNK, which means effectively that we are trying to attract, here are some facts and figures, and what is actually attractive about the package is showcase. I'm not getting into it too much because of paucity of time, but what is important is that we are actively wooing people to come invest here in order to make it a good value chain for the industry. Next. Everyone knows that Kashmiri saffron is absolutely renowned globally. Somewhere in my presentation, I will be explaining what is so special about Kashmiri saffron. We are, again, we are the largest producer of apple, walnut, cherries, and saffron. There are 3 agroclimatic zones, which actually helps us to have a range of products. Next. Next, please. Though we are going to talk about some special products, here is the entire range which are unique to us. We have apples, cherries with their distinctive flavors of Kashmir, walnuts, almonds, basmati rice, saffron, peach, pear, spices, figs, mulberry. Next. We have also been trying to get a stamp of GI, and we have so far succeeded in getting 9 GI tagged products from JNK, out of which 2 belong to the food industry. One is the Kashmiri saffron in the financial year 2021 and Basmati in the financial year 15-16. Next. Next. This is the interesting part, a fairly dense slide, but I will talk about the main points. As we all know that saffron is just not used for flavoring. There is a definite medicinal element to it, which is why pharmaceutical companies look out actively for saffron. Somewhere in the slide, you could see that it helps treat wide range of cancers, depression, Alzheimer's, cold-related ailments, asthma, a lot of other things. There is something in the Kashmiri saffron which sets it apart. And if you could somewhere see in the slide, USP of Kashmiri saffron. Saffron's use in food, dye, and cosmetic industry, which is so important, is mainly because of its crocine content. The Kashmiri saffron, in fact, and that is what sets us apart, has the highest crocine content, so to say. So we have better medicinal potential. I'm sure a lot of our exporters here will be well versed. I would ask my the importers who are present here, while you're doing our breakout session, please do speak to them if you wish to know a bit more on this. But Kashmiri saffron has definitely got better properties than any other saffron, whether it is Iranian or it is from Chile or from Spain, anywhere else, you will find one of the best saffron here. Next. Rice. Now, rice is something that whenever you start, if you come to JNK and if you try out the rice here and if you get used to it, I always joke about it that once you're used to the Basmati rice of Jammu and Kashmir, there is no other rice which will seem equal. I mean, even if you've grown on some other staple, you will never like it as much. So the Arispura variety, in fact, if you could see in the slide, I have mentioned the varieties of rice. There's Basmati 370, there is Ranbir Basmati, which is grown especially in the Arispura part of the Jammu division, very, very famous again. Sanwal Hybrid PH B71, Kusa 2511. And interestingly, it is also a source of livelihood for a lot of people. 2.5 lakh families in Arispura, Bishna and Mar are actually involved in rice cultivation. And any kind of exports would directly help them in their livelihood. It is, of course, GI tagged, and we have a premium quality range. There are exporters, even in today's session, who are ensuring good quality Arispura or Jammu Basmati rice. And as you can see somewhere in the slide, it says Arispura Basmati rice have ability to fight bacterial blight disease. So there are a lot of interesting things that are there, and especially the flavor and the fragrance is what sets it apart. Next. Walnut is also another very important product for us. In fact, kernel of walnut is the edible portion. It is half of the fruit weight and contains proteins, fats, minerals, also good source of B group vitamins. I'm sure everyone knows it here. I won't get too much into it. We actually have the JNK accounts for 92% of walnut produced in the country. We actually are front runners when it comes to walnut production. So a lot of districts, as you can see, Anantnag, Kupwara, Budgam, Kulgam, Doda, Poonch, Kishtwar. So both from Kashmir and Jammu, and we have walnut growers. This is another area that the importers of Canada could explore. And I'm sure if you take it from here, you would not regret it. Next. Kashmiri Chilli. This is another product which we would love to GI tag sometime in the future. It is the Kashmiri Red Chilies are smaller, rounder, and it's less pungent, but it is known for its vibrant red color. So it adds that beautiful look to any dish, any Indian dish, and it is finely ground, distinctly flavored. So Kashmiri Red Chilies, as you know, definitely is set apart from all variants of chilies. Like you can see in the slide somewhere, Baramulla happens to be one of the most important chili growing districts of Kashmir Valley. And also, if you could look at the nutritional value, it has a high content of vitamin A and C, and it of course gives it's a rich source of antioxidants. Next. Honey. Not many people would know that the kind of honey that is produced here, it's organic, it's natural, and just very recently, this is something that I got to know very personally at a very recent level. that honey has different varieties depending on where the nectar comes from. The bees in Jammu and Kashmir, depending on the flora of the area, they take nectars out of certain kinds of plants, which give distinctive taste to the honey which is there. So we have major districts who have honeys, which would be different ranging depending on the flora of that district. There are also certain producers from honey and bees which are being utilized nowadays. Some of them, would be even the beeswax. So that is something that I believe, would have potential in the future. And very interesting point here that beekeeping in Kashmir dates back way to 1470 AD. So it is something so holistic in the culture of Jammu and Kashmir. And I believe that anyone who imports the honey here, and I'm sure our exporters would have a range of it, you will not regret it because it has a very distinctive taste. And of course, as you can see it somewhere here, it's a great substitute for sugar, and it even helps in healing wounds. And wildflower honey is actually an energy booster. Interesting. Thank you. Next. Thank you so much, everyone, for giving me a patient hearing. I hope I have been able to make a case for the products of the agro products of Jammu and Kashmir. With this, I hand over it to the speaker again, the anchor again.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Ankita ji. And finally, we have special remarks by Ranjan Prakash Thakur, Principal Secretary, Industry and Commerce, J&K Government. Ranjan Prakash Thakur is officer of IRTS on 1990 batch, who has been ED, Tourism and Catering, and Divisional Railway Manager, Danapur. Mr. Thakur has had multiple assignments outside the railway as well. He is alumnus of Delhi's prestigious St. Stephen's College, IIFT and IIM Indore. He was executive director at NTPC, PS to then INB Minister Ambika Soni and ADG Doordarshan and brand head Shatabdi Express. Please join me in welcoming Ranjan Prakash Thakur.
Good evening, Bhavik. Good morning. So thanks a lot for introducing me so generously. Thanks a lot to the Indo-Canadian Chamber of Commerce for having me today. Since the Consul General herself has made such a strong marketing pitch, so I guess there's nothing much for me to say beyond that part, and Ankita has given the facts to you. So let me give a larger picture of the entire state's approach what is happening. J&K has seen a major change in the last 2 years' time since 5th August 2019, which is a watershed moment. As you all know, there was a revocation of Article 370. From that point, and especially in the last 1 year, we have now ramped up the pace of change. We are now ramping up things which were never thought or even heard of this in this place earlier. So I would use a strong word, and I'm a history graduate, so I'll still keep using it. These are really times where history is being made, and you'll remember this couple of years in future, then you look back and see how much changes were happening in this point of time. Exports are part of it. Let me give you a larger picture. Of course, most buyers are more important interested in exports, but just day before yesterday, we were able to inaugurate Jammu Heart in Jammu, right on the banks of Tavi. It's a beautiful location of roughly 90,000 square feet trade exposition center, of course, on the ground, same pattern as Delhi Heart. But it's a centrally air-conditioned building with a beautiful location and 120 shops which can display all the products which Jammu and Kashmir can really showcase itself for. Of course, we have discussed the entire part of what our walnuts are, what our almonds are, what our saffron is. But importantly, as Apurva ji mentioned, the quality of rice is amongst the best in the world. So this is actually called Pakistani Basmati because the area is fairly contiguous from Sialkot, and it's a partition line which is divided by the international border. But amazing quality of rice and rajma comes from Jammu, which frankly, I am able to send across to my home state in Bihar also once in a while. So it's that good. So the rajma, especially of organic quality, which comes from a place called Bhadarwa, is an amazing taste. In fact, incomparable to anything else that you have out here. As Apurvaji rightly mentioned, and Ankita also pointed out fact, this is a very sensitive ecological zone where not much fertilizer gets used because the quantum of production is not so high. So the truly organic product is available out here, which is not the case anywhere else. Of course, saffron is also something to watch because it's handpicked so delicately and the way it is done. And our quality, yes, is exceptionally good. So is our honey, which Ankita mentioned in detail. And the variety of honey which you get out here even surprised me at this point of time. So yes, it's been a pleasant experience for me to come to JNK. I'm not a cadre officer from here, I'm an outsider. But the quality of products which we can send out is amazing. Today is an agro-processing business, so I'll not go beyond that part. But all of you know the handicraft story of Jammu and Kashmir, which is in terms of carpets, or in terms of your Kani shawls. And I proudly showcase most often to all my parliamentarians and ministers come out here that Honorable Prime Minister himself always uses a Kani shawl, and he's the best brand ambassador we have. We don't need anybody else doing that part for us. So we have now turned up the entire part. Ankita is now leading a new team. I'm a new person out here. Substantial policy changes have come in. Next week, we'll get into export incentives also. Of course, the GI tags are there, part of it. We will improve the logistics part. In fact, a lot of people find it difficult to move things from here. So I can tell you as a railway person, in the next 2 years, the Katra Banihal, which is the last patch remaining between Delhi and Srinagar railway line, will be commissioned. And it will reduce the distance between Jammu and Srinagar by roughly 100 kilometers. And we are already setting up the first inland container depots, which will convert into dry ports the moment we have these inter-exports moving into it. So in Kashmir history or Jammu and Kashmir history, we never ever had any container depot, forget a dry port. So that will already come up, already been planned to come up by early March. The dry port should be functional next financial year. Rail connectivity will happen. International flights will commence this calendar year. I can mention that very clearly because tomorrow morning, the Minister of Civil Aviation is coming. I've been slightly distracted by the fact also because his entire team is landing up here for further negotiation. And as you already know, politically also, all the ministers are landing up in a space of 4 weeks. The entire cabinet as well as Minister of State. So frankly, half the week we are actually escorting the senior ministers out here. But then that's the huge benefit of a focused approach to the Jammu and Kashmir state. Logistics are already up and running. We will complete the rest of the work in a couple of months' time. Containers will start moving out of it. Direct air connectivity will ramp up the entire flow to the Western world, which is not there till now. We are expecting some major international global chains to come in the state, which will actually substantially link the agro-processing, agro-horticulture products to the global chain. Like Lulu takes up our apples to Dubai. Of course, they can go further than that. It doesn't have to stay in Dubai because Lulu will soon open up shop in Jammu and Kashmir also. So there's a lot of things happening, but well, we are in the middle of changes, which we can see, as I mentioned, is history in making. Ankita will play the direct role. I'm always there in the background, helping her out, whatever is required from our side. We will remove all bottlenecks. We are in the process of ramping up the ease of doing business as well as the regulatory compliance burden. We were at the bottom. We have now moved up substantially in the mid-level, and we should be in the top 5 in the next 3 to 4 months' time. And even the single window clearance are substantial. The package announced by the Home Ministry is among the very best the country has ever given to any state in our case, and roughly exceeds $5 billion. So that sort of a money incentivization for growth of this industry and services sector is substantial. And yes, of course, a lot of money will flow into the food processing sector. So food processing, organic products, agro-processed units are the future ahead. So I would welcome all the buyers and sellers who would be interested that our offices are available out here for giving any support you look forward to it. Between me and Ankita, the buck has to stop at our place. It doesn't go any further. So let me assure the buyers and sellers of this meet, which you have very kindly organized for us, that we will take care of the needs. If there's any difficulty, we are directly accessible. Please reach us out. Tell us what we can do for you further. And just to let your audience know, the cargo terminal at the Srinagar airport as well as Jammu airport will be functional next 6 months' time. We can have a controlled atmosphere store also, which is also coming up there itself. So we will be able to store products at the airport and then ship them out straight away the moment the flights start happening in the next few months' time. So the chain is complete. The product is there. Of course, as Abu mentioned, that in then organic products have a great future. And where else to grow the organic food but except the Valley of Kashmir and Jammu? So I think I'll end with these words, but I then largely wanted to show the audience that we are there for you. In case you need any support, please do feel free to contact us. We'll be accessible to you. Thanks a lot for having me today. Anything else, I can always respond to the query that you have. Thank you, Bhavik. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ranjan Prakash Thakurji. You have such a beautiful background. I really like that. I would love to know more about it, but again, we will have another call for that for sure. Now, I would like to invite Ankita ji to talk more about the exporter.
Thank you so much, Bhavik ji. Thank you so much, sir, for giving us once again the holistic picture that you always do. So I have my exporters list here. I won't be taking too much time on this. I just want to tell everybody present from Canada that we have tried and gathered as much of a range as possible. So we have Rohit and Pooja Gupta from Sarveshwar Food Limited. And I hope as you hear your name, if I miss out anyone, please come forward and let me know. There's Uber Shah from Fruit Mandi Agri-Tech Private Limited. There is Mehek Musaddiq from Escade International. There is Munis Mir from Herb Heaven. There is Tafazul Maqsood, GT Brothers and Co. There is Adil Masoodi Pirzada from Masoodi and Co. There is Rohan Grover from Nature Biofoods. There is Mr. Gagan Jain from VKC Nuts Limited and Mr. Pranav Gupta from Surya Milk Products. Let me tell everyone present here that you, through this breakout session, have the choice of either buying rice varieties or nuts varieties, even Kashmiri saffron. They have some very good quality products. Then they are good in packaging. Then, of course, you have honey, the range, whatever I've mentioned, I'm sure all of them between themselves would have it. Bhavik ji, is there something else we need to do, or should we just let them go and meet in the breakout session?
Absolutely. So first of all, thank you, Ankita ji, once again. And I will now introduce all the importers from Canada. So starting with, so we have with us Ian Miller, Sirin Martin, and Chris Powell from Tree of Life, a marketing and branding company operating for over 7 decades in the agro and food sector. Major S-Net is with us, representing the Asian Food Center chain. Jim Kavanik represents brand Seed Marketing. Amar Sharma is from Quality Foods. BK Sethi, a veteran of the multicultural agro and food sector in Canada, and a former director of our chamber, is also here with us. And Janil Singh of the Global Food Choice is also here. So we welcome both the Indian exporters and the Canadian importers to the one-on-one session. Now, before I begin, I would like to just make sure that we understand the technical part of this. So I'm going to open the breakout room. Breakout room is nothing but simply a small room where few exporters are already going to be there, and importers, we will just start pushing them into one after another room, right? You will not have much long time, but here is the opportunity for you to not break the deal, but at least have connection, exchange your contact details, right? Because there'll be little time and you still have 9 exporters to go through. And we are also here in the good number of importers here. So I will just open the breakout room. And if some of you who are not invited in the breakout room yet as a part of the importer team, then let me know. First, I will just open for the exporters only. So all the exporters will receive invitation. Please make sure that you accept that and you just stay in that room. You do not leave the room. You stay in the room. Only importers will switch from one room to another. And that is something after almost 90 seconds, I will start switching importers from one room to another. Okay. So you will have...
if I can come in for a bit, this is actually so interesting to me as well, you know, how we have technologically managed to do this. because and it's so nice that you have actually explained. I'm sure a lot of us know it here, some of us might not. One question to you: once this breakout session happens, do they just interact with themselves, or I mean, what exactly is it going to be like? Do we get to witness that? No, it's just going to be between them, right? So then I
Yes.
think we can let them be while this breakout session is happening. Would you be the anchor holding this together?
So I will be still in the main room. So this is the main room where we all are right now. Okay. So once you, let's say you are in the breakout room, you finish the conversation with the exporter, then you can come to the main room. Do not leave the meeting. There are two buttons. When you leave, there are leaving the meeting and leaving the breakout room. You are just leaving the breakout room. I will be always here in the main room. If you say that, I have completed the conversation with the person A or B or C, and then I can just move you to the person D, E, and F, right? So that will be pretty straightforward. I will start actually inviting first exporters, and then I would really encourage them to just say, join the room, and they stay in that room. They do not come out of the meeting room, right? When we close all the breakout rooms at the end of the meeting, then only they will come back to the main room. Otherwise, they will just wait for the next importer to come in their room, and they discuss, exchange the business information, and then move on. Yeah. Great. I will try to give as much time as possible. Okay, so here we go. So I have, so far I have got 6 exporters in my rooms. Monis Mir, Tafsul Maqsood, Adil Perzda, a Royal Saffron Company, Gagan Jain, Pooja, and Rohit Gupta. So Pranav Gupta is left, and Gagan Jain is here. Rohan Grover is not here. So can you just, if you are already in the Zoom meeting with the different name, please let me know now so I can just, push you there. I'm looking for Rohan Grover and
Yeah.
So Rohan, you are here?
Yeah, I have a miss. In place of Rohan, I will be attending. My name is Mukesh.
Mukesh, okay. Very good.
Mukesh
So
and Swati Tomar. We are 2 people from Nature Bio. Mukesh Madhukar and Swati Tomar.
Okay.
Sir, Adil Pirzada, I'm in the meeting, first meeting, Zoom.
Yes. So give me 1 second.
Just send a message in the...
That's fine. You will all receive, first of all exporters will receive the invitation. You will be going in your rooms. Adil is here. Okay, Adil, I was waiting for you. Okay, so everyone is here. I will just, there's a Pranav Gupta. Is Pranav Gupta here? No, I don't think so. Okay, I will just open the room for exporters. All exporters, please accept the invitation. So Tafzul Maqsood, you have to accept. Yeah, very good. You are all in. Okay, great. So all exporters are in different rooms. Now I will start pushing the importers to the different rooms. All the exporters will start receiving the invitation. Please accept the invitation and keep moving. Here we go. So almost all of them have received invitation. Now, whoever is exporter and still in this main room, please let me know and I can move you out into the rooms. Only exporters who are in this main room. Faizan Khan, Daud Wani, Muhammad Amin, are you exporters or importers? Please let me know. JKTPO. Okay, good. Obaid Riaz is a exporter or importer? So he's not in the list of importer. So I want to just confirm that if he is exporter, he can be in that room.
Bhavik ji, he's from us.
Okay, okay. It would be great if you all the people from the JKTPO can rename themselves with the, next to the name, they can just write the JKTPO. So you don't bug them.
Bhavik ji, now most of are from JKTPO here in the main room.
Okay.
All the
good.
exporters you have sent in the room.
Very good, very good. So as a part of the co-host, if Chaitanya wants to move from one group to another just to see everything is going smooth, they can, right?
Yes, I will do the need.
Yeah.
Not an issue. Thank you.
No problem.
Yep.
To GCC countries.
And
We welcome your inquiries. Yeah.
Yeah, you said
welcome
all those dry products are all sold in retail packaging or bulk?
Both. We sell in
Both.
retail packing as well as in bulk also.
Yeah.
Do you have any questions, Mr. Jim and Mr. Yan Miller, for Mr. Maqsood right now?
Not at this time, no.
No, not at this time. I think best case next steps for us would be just to reach out to me directly and perhaps with some
profile जो हमारा infrastructure.
Yeah.
या जी आप अपना WhatsApp नंबर डाल दे दीजिए मुझे.
मैं आपको मैसेज में डाल रहा हूँ मैं मेरा ईमेल आईडी.
बहुत बढ़िया. जी बहुत बढ़िया.
मेरा ये नंबर है. मेरा नाम है साई राम है मेरा नाम.
साई राम जी.
You can call me साई. मैं हैदराबाद से हूँ मैं.
ओह बहुत बढ़िया. हैदराबाद में हमारे बहुत सारे मतलब जान पहचान के हैं जिनके साथ मेरा डीलिंग होती है.
Mr. Maqsood, I would like you, I will get some more buyers. You hold on for this room and I'll get you some more buyers. Yeah.
Sure.
Thank you so much. Hold on for a minute.
Thank you.
And Mr. Patel, I'm sorry, but the screen sharing is not, it's disabled right now. So if it is possible for you to allow it, then I can share my presentation. And Ian, I have Mr. Mukesh Madhukar with me. Mukesh, over to you.
Welcome to Nature Bio Foods.
Hi, thanks for having me.
Until we are able to share the presentation, Ian, I'll quickly brief you about our company.
Yeah, please.
We are almost 28 years old company in organic, and we are one of the leading exporters for organic food grains. The products that we do are primarily rice, lentils, flour, and few spices.
Hello.
Yes, please.
Leave the meeting with ICCC and come back in the meeting.
Rice, send me basmati rice. And Mr. Rajesh,
I hope we had that you had informed us that who is attending. So I don't know anything about who the exporters are. So we are interested in the saffron, walnuts, rice, yes, to a certain extent, and anything else.
okay, so now you can do one thing. You can leave the room and you can go to the main room. From there, I will transfer Mr. Purna to the basmati rice importer, and Mr. Rajesh, I'll send you to some saffron importer. Then I'll send you to basmati rice importer after that.
Okay.
Thank you very much. You leave the room, and from the main room, I'll send you. Thank you very much. Okay. Thank you.
मतलब सबके
क्योंकि pricing is very important. Pricing is something which we're looking at. So if you can make sure the pricing के पास आप, if you are looking at a better deal, then probably yes, we look into it. And think about private brand. If I can give you my brand, so what is the possibilities of?
देखिए मेरा जो रशियन कस्टमर था उसने क्या किया, उसको चाहिए था अपने ब्रांड में, तो मैंने उनकी ही पैकिंग, उनका ही पैकिंग करके फिर यहाँ पैक होके तो वो अपने ब्रांड में वहां पे सेल करता है आज भी वो और जो टेक्स्ट था वो रशियन टेक्स्ट था उस पे.
Oh, so yeah, because Canada में we need French, bilingual होता है English and French, so we are looking at that. तो हम आपको भेजेंगे. I mean, in case you want, once we decide as to what we go in for, we will share all those information with you so that भी उसके product के ऊपर you can also print those and then get that. Is there any minimum quantities or like कैसा product by product quantities है या कैसा container के हिसाब से? What is that your pricing goes?
देखिए अगर आप मतलब आप ये मतलब आप इसमें नए हैं या आप ऑलरेडी ये बिजनेस कर रहे हैं?
मैं बहुत सालों से I supply to Walmart. मैं इधर major retailers को supply करता हूँ.
बढ़िया. देखिए हमारे पास कोई बार नहीं है कि आप क्वांटिटी कितना मंगवाएंगे, नो प्रॉब्लम. या आप अगर पहले मतलब शुरुआत में थोड़ा कम ही मंगवाना चाहेंगे, कोई ये नहीं है, मतलब जितनी आपकी रिक्वायरमेंट होगी. जैसे सैफरॉन में अगर आप 1 किलो 2 किलो हाफ केजी भी आप ऑर्डर देना चाहेंगे तो हम कर सकते हैं. यहाँ पे मेरे यहाँ कोई बंदिश नहीं है.
See, मेरा प्रोडक्ट पूरा बैंगलोर से आता है because I lot of spices from Bangalore पंजाब से आता है, दिल्ली से आता है, मेरा सूरजकुंड से आता है, because I am a distributor for Kohinoor Food Products. I'm a distributor for Ella Foods. So मेरे along with that, say मेरा spices थोड़ा कम आता है 20.
Okay. Sure.
Okay. Sorry about that.
We apologize for that.
Yeah. Bye.
Thanks.
Classified as a traditional variety of basmati rice. Jammu rice is perhaps the most precious and most expensive basmati rice you can get because of very small quantity of production and very high quality in terms of head rice recovery. So this is a perfect climate to grow basmati rice. Cost-wise, it will be slightly marginally higher than Punjab and Haryana, I guess.
Is it 10%, 15%, or more than that?
Well, it will be less than that. It will not be.
It's lesser than 50%, and it's more importantly, the importance is that the rice which is grown in the Himalayan range, it's much more sweeter in taste, because there's a lot of water in that area. You know, there's never scarcity of water. It's much more sweeter in taste. It's much more, the aroma of the rice is much more.
So every month we are importing, not that much, but 6 to 8 container from basmati rice every month from India. We also do lots of Thai rice from Thailand. But up to this point, our processing plant is mostly in Delhi, and they collect from Punjab and Haryana. So we never even thought about this Kashmiri basmati rice, even they are available. That's the
in fact, our factory is also near Delhi.
Okay.
So we bring the paddy all the way from Jammu and make rice in near Delhi only. Our plant is in Haryana.
So it's nice to meet you, Mukesh, and I think Don Don Bhai and others have your address and everything of Swati. So we can
Purna, if you can share your email address on the chat here, we will share the details with you. Okay, and I'm sure you must be knowing Royal Basmati rice for sure. Royal Basmati rice is one of the US #1 Basmati rice. That's also from LT Foods. So LT Food is our parent company. We are like, our parent company is more than 60-year-old now. So we are the kings of Basmati from India, I'll say. And we are the leading exporters for all the organic products, ethnic products as well.
Perfect.
And do you do the bulk buying, or you buy in the consumer pack as well, Purna?
So we generally do is the 40-pound packets. It's like our most goes to the restaurant. We try to sell in the 10-pound, but the bulk buying is quite interesting for us. So it's fast moving, and on restaurant they will buy 200 bags or 300 bags. One content it will done by 2 content gone by 1 week. So we are more in restaurant supply. So and for restaurant supply, the persistency is key. The quality is they will determine on time. Then persistency, they always want similar rice every shipment. That's the most important for restaurant business. So
that is certainly there, Purna, but are you currently buying all organic, or you're doing conventional?
We are doing conventional.
Have you ever done organic as well with these restaurants? So you're interested in organic, because we only do organic.
In the rice, we have not done organic. Other product, we have organic like tea and other food product. In spices, we do the organic, but in rice, we never done organic. So,
would it be nice if you can share your email address so that we can connect with you?
Where I can give, I send it in the main room, but I can send the head room.
You can just write it in the chat, and then it will come to us.
And Madhu and Mukesh, you are in the same company or different?
Yeah. We are.
So
He
I
is
cannot
heading the agri department, and I'm heading sales and marketing.
So I sent to the Mukesh. Maybe we can share there, yeah, because I cannot send.
No problem.
You. Okay.
Absolutely no problem.
We'll send you all our product catalogs and we'll educate you more about the specialties of Jammu rice.
We really do lots of organic product from Nepal. We have organic rice from Nepal, organic peas from Nepal, organic beans from Nepal. But from India, Basmati range, we never done organic one.
No worries, Purna. We'll make sure that you buy organic from India now.
Okay, perfect. It was the last 2 years ago. We have the same kind of meeting. That is the real meeting. In Indo-Canada Chamber of Commerce, they visited us and we started buying rice from last 2 years from them. Maybe this will spark maybe in near future or late future. But I don't know how organic goes for the restaurant. Maybe it will go easier in supermarket or like that.
Purna, just to give you an idea, in case you are into the bulk business, then the organic rice is primarily used by the manufacturers of, like, for example, rice cake or baby food or rice milk. These are the companies which take it as an ingredient. So they take broken rice, they take medium grain rice, brown rice for pizza, lentils for pizza. So these are the.
So what's the bulk means? What's the packing size it will be? So 1 metric ton totes or is it 40-pound bags or?
So we can do any size. We can start from 50-gram size to like right now we are bringing to Europe 1250 kg bag as well.
Okay, perfect.
1.2 metric ton we are bringing to Europe already. So starting from 50-gram pouch to 1.2 ton, whatever size is your requirement, we have the capability of doing that.
Okay, thank you very much. Nice to meet you, Swati and Mukesh. I'm going back to the room.
Thank you.
Thank you, Purna. Mukesh, you got the email address? Mukesh, you got the email address?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Purna.
In the chat.
Thank you.
Very nice meeting you.
So Purna, do you want to visit saffron importer?
Not really. We have not done saffron, so I'm going main room. Okay. Mostly we are doing rice, lentils, peas, beans, and spices and the cooking oil. So mostly dry foods. So we are both exporter from Canada and importer to Canada. So saffron we have not done. It looks like Bitcoin for now for us.
Okay, then you can go in the main room. Okay.
Purna, you will not regret connecting with us in that case, because organic is something which is now taking the pace in Canada as well.
Yeah, it's a quite big market, but specifically I'm saying the restaurant business, we don't have any demand up to now, but in consumer side, it's really huge over here.
I'm sure when you start exploring it, we will be we'll definitely be in touch with you so that we can grow that market as well.
Perfect, fair point. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Purna. Have a nice day ahead.
Hi, Mr. Gagan Jain. I'm Ratna from the Consulate General of India, Toronto.
Hi.
Hi, I have some 2-3 meetings lined up for you for walnuts and nuts especially.
Okay.
Let me connect you to 2-3 more people. Just hold on into this room.
Okay.
Yeah, there are two, three there are 2-3 buyers whom I have been talking, and I'll connect you soon.
Okay.
Yeah, just. Hello, Mr. Gagan Jain.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi. Good morning. I would like to introduce you to Mr. BK Shetty. He is a renowned food and beverage consultant in the entire Canada, and he'll help you to understand the buyer's market and maybe even connect you to the potential buyers. So I leave the conversation up to you, and I hope the same would be fruitful. We shall return this very soon to this room, and we'll take you further to connect more buyers and more experts.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Hello, Mr. Jain.
Hello.
Yeah, tell me about you, sir, and how can we help you?
We are a company dealing in nuts and dried fruits and saffron. We are based out of Jammu and Kashmir, but we are present all over the country. We are one of the largest brands doing retail in India. And we started out with exports, but now we are also doing a lot of imports of all kind of nuts and dried fruits and supplying throughout the world. So we were already supplying to Canada, walnuts, and now we are looking for saffron, because saffron we started about 5-8 years back, and we already have a BRC certified unit for saffron, and we are looking for buyers for Kashmiri saffron and walnut for bakeries. So we are doing specialized grades for all kind of bakeries and stuff, because Canada is buying a lot of stuff of walnut from US itself.
Yes, I think it comes from California mostly.
Yeah, mostly from California.
So who do you sell it here?
We are basically selling to wholesalers, or those who are selling to retail supermarkets or the retailers. So we are selling basically to importers who are the first step, the wholesalers.
I see. So you have a distributor currently, right?
So it's not a distributor, it's more of an importer model, where importer is buying all kind of nuts and dried fruit from everywhere in the world.
Right, okay. Okay, so is it going okay?
Yeah, it's fairly okay, but we are looking for some leads for saffron.
Okay, so what you do is you have my email, bksethi@bksethi.com.
Yeah.
Okay, and my phone number, you can call me or send me your details, and I'll see where we can connect you with the right buyer and the distributor if we can.
Okay, that's very kind of you. I've already put my contact also in the chat. So I think we can connect after this meeting is over. We can connect on email or phone, and probably you can help me with getting some buyers in Canada. So you are a consultant for food business in Canada.
Yes, well, I had my own food business for 30.
Hello. Hello.
Around 2 ton.
Okay, समझ गए थोड़ी.
Yeah.
ठीक है. और honey?
Sir, honey we are using approximately 1000 kg to 1500 kg every month.
तो honey तो white honey चाहिए या दूसरा honey चाहिए?
White honey.
White honey.
Yep.
Okay. मतलब 1000 किलो महीने लगे करता है honey?
जी.
1000 to 1500 kilo है?
Per month.
Per month. Okay. समझ गया.
Big packaging may be around 16 kg or 50 kg or 20 kg package कुछ बड़ा पैक नहीं चाहिए.
समझ गया. 60, 50, 20 kg. ठीक.
Almond की प्राइस क्या है?
Almond तो स्नो वाइट चाहिए. सारी मामला चाहिए.
किसने?
Almond तो कश्मीरी चाहिए ना.
देखो ਅਸੀਂ ਹਾਂ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਅਸੀਂ ਕੰਟਰੀ ਯੂਜ਼ ਕਰ ਰਹੇ ਹਾਂ ਅਸੀਂ ਕੈਲੀਫੋਰਨੀਆ ਐਲਮੰਡ ਯੂਜ਼ ਕਰ ਰਹੇ ਹਾਂ.
ਓਕੇ.
ਠੀਕ ਹੈ.
ਸਮਝ ਗਿਆ.
ਤੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਉਹਦੇ ਕੰਪੈਰੀਟਿਵ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਦੇ ਸਕਦੇ ਹੋ ਡੈਡੀ ਓਕੇ.
ਅਸੀਂ ਤੇ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਆਪਣਾ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਕਸ਼ਮੀਰ ਦਾ ਬਦਾਮ ਹੈ ਨਾ.
ਹਾਂਜੀ.
ਉਹ ਦੇ ਸਕਦੇ ਹਾਂ.
ਨਹੀਂ ਕਸ਼ਮੀਰ ਦੇ ਬਦਾਮ ਦੋ ਤਿੰਨ ਟਾਈਪ ਦੇ ਆਉਂਦੇ ਨੇ.
ਮਾਮਲਾ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਚਾਹੀਦਾ ਜਾਂ ਗੁਲਬੰਦੀ ਚਾਹੀਦਾ?
ਗੁਲਬੰਦੀ ਵੀ ਚੱਲ ਜਾਏਗਾ. ਮੈਨੂੰ ਤਾਂ ਗਿਰੀ ਚਾਹੀਦੀ ਬੇਸਿਕ ਅਲਮੰਡ ਗਿਰੀ ਚਾਹੀਦੀ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਪੂਰਾ ਬਣਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਜਾਣਾ ਮੈਂ ਗਿਰੀ ਲੈਣੀ ਹੈ.
ਜਿਹੜੀ ਗੁਲਬੰਦੀ ਹੈ ਨਾ
ਹਾਂਜੀ
ਥੋੜਾ ਕੜਵਾ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਹੈ.
ਨਹੀਂ ਕੜਵਾਪਨ ਨਹੀਂ ਉਹ ਕੜਵਾਪਨ.
ਫਿਰ ਮਾਮਲਾ ਚਾਹੀਦਾ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਮਾਮਲਾ ਜਾਏਗਾ.
ਮਾਮਲਾ ਜਾਏਗਾ.
ਮਾਮਲਾ ਨਵਾਂ ਬਦਾਮ ਆਣਾ ਵਾ ਕੋਈ 10 ਦਿਨ ਤੱਕ ਆ ਜਾਏਗਾ 10 ਤੋਂ 15 ਦਿਨ ਤੱਕ.
ਮੈਂ ਦੱਸਿਆ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਅਮਰੀਕਨ ਕੈਲੀਫੋਰਨੀਆ ਐਲਮੰਡ ਹੈ ਉਹਦੇ ਇਕੁਅਲ ਚਾਹੀਦਾ ਮੈਨੂੰ. ਕੈਲੀਫੋਰਨੀਆ ਐਲਮੰਡ ਇਜ਼ ਅ ਸਵੀਟ ਐਲਮੰਡ.
समझ गए तुम?
यप.
ये साला कश्मीर का एलिमेंट है ना?
हाँ जी.
पूरा साइज अमेरिकन को छोटा होएगा.
नहीं बड़ा छोटा होता है.
और इसमें ऑयल भी कंटेंट भी ज्यादा है ते और मिठास भी ज्यादा है.
जे तुसी मैंने क्रस्ट एलमंड है मैं भी ले सकता हूं. क्रस्ट एलमंड ले सकता हूं. क्रश कीता होया.
अच्छा ठीक है. क्रश कीता भी दे सकते हैं एलिमेंट. वो भी दे सकते हैं और कोई गल नहीं है.
मैंने क्रश भी चलेगा.
ठीक है.
क्रश काजू है काजू ले सकते हैं. क्रश एलमंड ले सकते हैं. क्रश वॉलनट ले सकते हैं. कुछ भी ले सकते हैं.
ओके. क्रश आलमंड, क्रश वॉलनट, क्रश समझ गया, कैशू, ठीक है।
ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਪੀਚ ਐਂਡ ਪ੍ਰੂਨਸ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਨਾ ਉਧਰ?
ਪ੍ਰੂਨਸ ਤੇ ਪੀਚ,
ਹਾਂਜੀ
ਹਾਂ ਇੱਥੇ ਪ੍ਰੂਨਸ ਤੇ ਹੈ ਸਾਡੇ ਕੋਲ।
ਪ੍ਰੂਨ ਚਾਹੀਦਾ, ਵੀ ਨੀਡ ਲੋਟ ਆਫ ਪ੍ਰੂਨ।
ਓਕੇ, ਪ੍ਰੂਨਸ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਕੀ ਪ੍ਰੂਨਸ ਦਾ ਮਤਲਬ ਖਾਲੀ ਪ੍ਰੂਨਸ ਦੀ?
ਪ੍ਰੂਨ, ਕ੍ਰਸ਼ਡ ਪ੍ਰੂਨ ਐਂਡ ਫਿਲਿੰਗ।
ਕ੍ਰਸ਼ ਪ੍ਰੂਨਸ ਤੇ ਐਂਡ ਫਿਲਿੰਗ।
ਯਪ।
ਤੇ ਪੀਚ ਦਾ ਵੀ ਕ੍ਰਸ਼ ਪੀਚ ਐਂਡ ਫਿਲਿੰਗ
ਦੋਨੋਂ।
ਓਕੇ, ਇਹਨਾਂ ਦੀ ਰਿਕੁਆਇਰਮੈਂਟ ਕਿੰਨੀ ਕਿੰਨੀ ਹੈ?
ਇਹ ਵੀ ਤਕਰੀਬਨ ਮੰਥਲੀ ਪ੍ਰੂਨ ਮੈਂ ਕੱਲ 500-700 ਕਿਲੋ ਲੱਗਦਾ ਹੈਗਾ ਪਰ ਮੰਥ।
500-700 ਕਿਲੋ?
500 ਕਿਲੋ ਪਰ ਮੰਥ ਯਾ।
ਓਕੇ,
ਤੇ ਪੀਚ ਕਰਨਾ ਕੀ ਹੈ?
500-700 ਕਿਲੋ ਹੈ ਪੀਚ, ਠੀਕ ਹੈ। ਆਪਣੀ ਫਰਮ ਦਾ ਨਾਮ ਕੀ ਹੈ?
ਸਾਡੀ ਫਰਮ ਦਾ ਨਾਮ ਹੈਗਾ ਜੀ ਬੇਕਮੈਨ ਇੰਪਾਇਰ ਬੇਕਰੀ, ਕਹਿ ਸਕਦੇ ਹੋ।
ਬੇਕਮੈਨ ਕਿਹੜੀ ਬੇਕਰੀ?
ਬੇਕਮੈਨ ਇੰਕ ਔਰ ਇੰਪਾਇਰ ਬੇਕਰੀ।
ਇੰਪਾਇਰ ਬੇਕਰੀ ਹੈ?
ਹਾਂਜੀ
ਠੀਕ ਹੈ। ਇਹ ਇੱਥੇ ਅੰਟਾਰੀਓ 'ਚ ਹੈ?
ਟੋਰਾਂਟੋ, ਹਾਂਜੀ
ਟੋਰਾਂਟੋ 'ਚ। ਓਕੇ, ਠੀਕ ਹੈ ਸਰ, ਮੈਂ ਇਹਦਾ ਸਾਰਾ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਡਿਟੇਲ ਨਾ ਨੋਟ ਕਰ ਲਈ ਹੈ।
ਇਹ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਕਿੱਥੇ ਚੈਟ, ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਕਿਹੜਾ ਨੰਬਰ ਕਿਸ ਤੇ ਹੈਗਾ ਤੁਹਾਡਾ?
रोहित गुप्ता,
रोहित गुप्ता, रोहित गुप्ता,
रोहित गुप्ता है, पूजा गुप्ता है ना?
मैं तो किचन देखो मिल गया मेरा, आगे इन्फॉर्मेशन मैं मैसेज किया था।
हाँ
आ गया,
आ गई, हाँ ओके। अनवर धंजर
जी मैंने राइस वास्ते जो सेंड मी डिटेल थोड़ा कितना राइस है, की पैकिंग है, की प्राइस है, थोड़ी मैं कॉस्ट को गल कराना।
वेरी नाइस, ठीक है। ਤੁਸੀਂ ਆਪਣੇ ਪ੍ਰੋਡਕਟ ਕਾਸਕੋ ਚ ਕਰੇ ਕਰਦੇ ਹੋ?
ਸਾਡਾ ਜਾ ਰਿਹਾ ਕਾਰਾ ਵਾਲਮਾਰਟ ਜਾ ਰਿਹਾ, ਕਾਸਕੋ ਜਾ ਰਿਹਾ, ਵਾਲਮਾਰਟ ਜਾ ਰਿਹਾ, ਸੋਬੀ ਜਾ ਰਿਹਾ, ਮੈਟਰੋ ਜਾ ਰਿਹਾ, ਲੋਬਾ ਜਾ ਰਿਹਾ, ਸਭ ਜਗ੍ਹਾ ਜਾ ਰਿਹਾ।
ओके, नहीं तो बैक एक्सपीरियंस नहीं होता। ओके, मैं समझ गया बात। लावलो मतलब कास्को लावलो सारी है ਜਾਂਦਾ पे? यप, ठीक है। मैं ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਰਾਈਸ ਦਾ ਵੀ ਪੂਰੀ ਡਿਟੇਲ ਭੇਜ ਦਿੰਦਾ, ਔਰ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਆਪਣਾ ਪੂਰਾ ਸਕੋਪ ਹੈ ਨਾ ਆਰਗੈਨਿਕ ਦਾ, ਹੈ
ਹਾਂਜੀ
ਆਰਗੈਨਿਕ ਉਹ ਵੀ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਸਾਰਾ ਭੇਜ ਦੇਣਾ। ਜਿਹੜੇ ਮੇਨ ਸਟ੍ਰੀਮ ਜਿੰਨੇ ਬਾਇਰ ਨਾ they maybe they have a good number of quantity with our products. ਜਿਵੇਂ ਸਾਡੇ ਰੈਡ ਚਿੱਲੀ ਹੈ, ਸਪਾਈਸਿਸ ਨਾ ਆਰਗੈਨਿਕ,
ਹਾਂਜੀ
ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੀ ਡਿਮਾਂਡ ਨਿਕਲ ਸਕਦੀ ਉੱਥੇ ਜ਼ਰੂਰ। ਮੈਂ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਸੈਂਪਲ ਵੀ ਭੇਜ ਦਿਆਂਗਾ। ਹਾਂ
ਮੈਂ ਵੀ ਨੈਕਸਟ ਮੰਥ ਮੈਂ ਆਵਾਂ ਇੰਡੀਆ।
ਨੈਕਸਟ ਮੰਥ ਆਓ ਤਾਂ ਮੋਸਟ ਵੈਲਕਮ। ਮੇਕ ਅ ਪਲਾਨ ਟੂ ਵਿਜ਼ਿਟ ਜੰਮੂ, ਤੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਪੂਰਾ ਇੱਥੇ
ਸਾਡੇ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਰਿਸ਼ਤੇ ਮੇਰੀ ਵਾਈਫ ਕਸ਼ਮੀਰ ਤੋਂ ਹੈਗੀ ਹੈ।
ਵੈਰੀ ਗੁੱਡ। ਕਸ਼ਮੀਰ ਕਿਹੜੀ ਜਗ੍ਹਾ ਤੋਂ? ਬਾਰਾਮੂਲਾ?
ਨਹੀਂ ਨਹੀਂ, श्रीनगर प्रॉपर।
अच्छा अच्छा,
मोहम्मद शाह।
अच्छा अच्छा, फिर तो हमारे घर में थोड़े सोरी है ਇੱਥੇ।
ਹਾਂ ਜੀ, ਨਹੀਂ ਸਾਡੇ ਕਰਨ ਨਗਰ में ਸਾਡੇ ਰਿਲੇਟਿਵਸ ਹੈਗੇ ਨੇ, ਗਾਂਧੀ ਨਗਰ ਨੇ ਸਾਡੇ, ਕਾਫੀ ਜੰਮੂ ਕਾਫੀ ਹੈਗੇ ਸਾਡੇ ਪਤਾ ਜਾਂਦੇ ਉੱਤੇ।
ਜੰਮੂ ਗਾਂਧੀ ਨਗਰ?
ਹਾਂ ਜੀ, ਮੇਰੇ ਚਾਚਾ ਜੀ ਉੱਥੇ ਸ਼ਾਇਦ ਜਾਣਦੇ ਹੋ ਤੁਸੀਂ, ਉਹਨੂੰ ਆਪਣਾ ਮੈਡੀਸਿਨ ਦਾ ਕੰਮ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦਾ, ਜਸਪਾਲ।
ਅੱਛਾ, ਜਸਪਾਲ?
ਹਾਂ ਜੀ
ਬਾਈ, ਮਤਲਬ ਫਰਮ ਤੋਂ ਪਤਾ ਹੈ
ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦਾ ਮੈਡੀਸਿਨ ਦਾ ਕਾਫੀ ਬੜਾ ਕੰਮ ਹੈ।
अच्छा, बड़ा अच्छा है।
बिकॉज़ ਸਾਡੇ इलेक्ट्रिकल है पुरुषोत्तम जी।
अच्छा,
हां जी,
नहीं बड़ा अच्छा है। तो इस तरह करना ना जी, जो भी प्लान बनता है मोस्ट वेलकम।
श्योर।
जसपाल आनंद नहीं है नाम उनका? जसपाल आनंद नाम तो नहीं है उनका?
नहीं, आनंद नहीं लिखते हो, खाली जसपाल सिंह लिख रहे हो।
जसपाल सिंह, ओके।
ਇਹਨਾਂ ਦਾ ਸੀਗਾ ਰਘੁਨਾਥ ਮੰਦਰ ਨਾ, ਆਪਾਂ ਭੁੱਲ ਗਿਆ ਜਗ੍ਹਾ, ਉੱਥੇ ਸੀਗਾ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦਾ ਘਰ ਪਹਿਲੇ।
अच्छा,
ਤੇ ਗਾਂਧੀ ਨਗਰ ਚਲੇ ਗਏ।
अच्छा, पहले रघुनाथ मंदिर, ठीक है। चलो ठीक है, वेरी नाइस टू। थोड़ा फोन नंबर की है सर?
लिखिਆ ਭਾਜੀ, ਹੈ ਨਹੀਂ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਕੋਲ ਟੈਕਸਟ?
हाँ, टेक्स्ट आ गया।
नहीं, ਉਹਦਾ ਫੋਨ ਨੰਬਰ ਨਹੀਂ ਮਿਲਿਆ?
हाँ, आगे का फोन नंबर ठीक है।
हाँ, सब कुछ है,
राइट, बिल्कुल ठीक है।
फोन नंबर ਤੇ ਈਮੇਲ ਆਈਡੀ दोनों ही आ गए।
बिल्कुल ठीक है सर। ਤੇ ਮੈਂ ਇਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਕਰਨਾ ਨਾ, ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਸਾਰੀ ਡਿਟੇਲ ਭੇਜ ਦਿੰਨਾ।
ਹਾਂਜੀ,
ਹੈ ਨਾ, ਤੇ ਇੱਕ ਵਾਰ ਗੱਲ ਕਰਕੇ ਲੈਟ ਸਟਾਰਟ।
नो प्रॉब्लम।
ਜਿਹੜੀ ਚੀਜ਼ ਚਾਹੀਦੀ ਹੈ ਤੋਂ ਮੇਰਾ ਬੇਟਾ ਵੀ ਪਲਾਨ ਕਰੇ ਕਰਦਾ ਕੈਨੇਡਾ ਆਉਣ ਦਾ।
ਆਜੋ ਭੇਜ ਦੋ, ਬੈਠੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਹੈਲਪ ਕਰ।
ਉਹਦੀ ਇੱਥੇ ਯੂਨੀਵਰਸਿਟੀ ਐਡਮਿਸ਼ਨ ਹੋਈ ਹੈ, ਵੈਸਟਰਨ ਯੂਨੀਵਰਸਿਟੀ ਲੰਡਨ।
ਨਾਲ ਹੀ ਲੰਡਨ।
ਹਾਂ,
ਲੰਡਨ
ਨੈਕਸਟ ਮੰਥ ਆਏਗਾ ਉਹ, ਤੇ ਮੈਂ ਵੀ ਚੱਕਰ ਲਗਾਉਂਗਾ।
ਨਹੀਂ ਦੱਸੋ, ਬੇਟੇ ਨੂੰ ਕੋਈ ਹੈਲਪ ਦੀ ਲੋੜ ਹੋਈ ਦੱਸਣਾ, ਐਨੀ ਹੈਲਪ ਇਜ਼ ਨੀਡਡ, ਵੀ ਆਰ देयर।
ਨਹੀਂ, ਥੈਂਕ ਯੂ ਸੋ ਮਚ। ਮੈਂ ਪਲਾਨ ਕਰ ਲੈਣਾ, ਤਾਂ ਲੈਟਸ ਹੈਵ ਅ ਸਟਰੋਂਗ ਰਿਲੇਸ਼ਨਸ਼ਿਪ ਟੂ ਸਟਾਰਟ। ਤੇ ਮੈਂ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਸਾਰੀ ਡਿਟੇਲ ਭੇਜ ਦੇਣਾ, ਕੰਪਨੀ ਬਰੋਸ਼ਰ, ਸਾਰੀ ਚੀਜ਼ਾਂ। ਤੇ ਲੈਟਸ ਸਟਾਰਟ।
ਠੀਕ ਹੈ, ਠੀਕ ਹੈ।
ਹੈਲੋ,
yes, hey Simi, how are you?
अंदर में चलिए।
Can I call you within 5 minutes? I'm just on a Zoom.
नहीं,
Yeah. हाँ जी मालिक।
थैंक यू सर, फिर हैं, थैंक यू।
ठीक है जी, मैंने भेजो, लेट्स गो फ्रॉम देयर।
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल बिल्कुल, बहुत अच्छा लगे, थैंक यू सो मच है।
थैंक यू,
बाय। मारले पर रही सोने। इधर आइए, उधर लगाना, सारे बैठ जाएंगे। चेंज कर लेते। मनी नहीं यार, सारे घूमना तो ये भी थे। उसका ना मेरे अरुण गुंडोत्रा जी के घर जाना है, जो ईडी है ना बैंक का, उसके घर चले जाना बॉम्बे। And cups.
a Google Drive in which all the buyers and exporters details, their contact details, their email IDs, and their product profile would be included for them to take this further very productively.
Great. Thank you so much,
Also,
Ratna.
Also,
And-
Ratna, will we get, well, exporters will also get end details for the exporters?
Yes, both.
The
So
all the
anybody who joined,
participants will
they'll
receive
get it.
each other's details.
Okay.
Yeah, so you'll receive the products, you'll receive the email ID, and you'll receive their phone numbers too.
Thank you,
Okay,
Ratna.
and I will invite Tausif Sheikh to.
Mr. Murari, just Bhavik, a question. Mr. Murari Lal had one question, I believe. Can we take this last question?
Yeah, sure. What is the question? I don't
Mr.
see.
Murari Lal, you have to unmute yourself. Please unmute.
Talking to me?
Hi,
No,
is
Mr.
the
Oh.
CZ?
Sorry.
Yeah.
Say
Thank
my
you,
last
Ian.
name.
Ian,
No
thank you.
problem.
No, thank you, Ian. Thank you.
Thanks to everyone, all exporters. Excellent, and I would like to thank each and everyone. But before that, Mr. Tausif will speak about it, and I think that Mrs. Apurva Srivastava ji is there too, CZ.
Mr. Murari Lal, since we are ending the meeting, I'll tell Mr. Bhavik to give the closing remarks. I think Mr. Tausif will proceed further.
Sure. Yeah. So I will just invite Mr. Tausif Sheikh to conclude.
Thank you, everyone, and I really appreciate that all of you have joined in this initiative. I also want to thank Consul General of India, Apurva ji, Shubham ji, and the team, Ratna, and everyone there at Commercial Office. This is really a good initiative. We want that the economy in the Jammu and Kashmir should revive, and there are lots of stuff which we can do, and there are lots of opportunities of exports from there to this part of the world. We as an organization, Indo-Canada Chamber of Commerce, as I've already mentioned, that we have 44 years of background. We have lots of members who have also, those who have not able to join today, but if you guys have any queries, you can reach out to us at ICCC@iccconline.org. And if you want to connect with any type of business owners, we can help you there. This is a really great initiative. I also really want to thank here the Jammu and Kashmir Trade Promotion Organization for tying up this with us to do this event. And also, last but not the least, our office, which is Mangji and Renu Chauhan, they have also done so much work on this, and that's why we are doing this event. Bhavik, I really appreciate your time today, that you have delivered the best and the IT service which we have in-house from you. And thank you everyone for joining us.
Welcome.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you, everybody.
Take care. You have a great day.
Thank you.
Thank you.